Hey everyone, this is Alex in Automotive and More, and today we're actually doing a little fix of one of the first things that actually wore out or kind of broke. Not really broke, it still works, but 2021 GMC Sierra Multi-Pro Tailgate, about 50,000 miles on it. And one of the things I noticed here last week is that when I was using the tailgate, I felt like a little sharp edge. Notice that the buttons are actually cracked. Looks like the sun finally deteriorated and dried out the rubber. This truck does live in Central and South Florida, so the sun here is pretty brutal on rubber components, especially something like this that's, you know, flexible. So they do work. You know, everything works perfectly on it. So nothing bad there. But the rubber did give out, so I did get some of the new parts. They were actually surprisingly cheap. I got them off of Tasca Parts. So these are the buttons. I don't know which one is top and bottom right off the bat, but I do have both part numbers here. That way you guys can see them. So we got this part number. And again, sorry guys, but I do not know which one is top and bottom. But we have both part numbers here for this truck right here. So one of them was $6, one of them was $4 and change. So it came out to be about $11, both of them together. I think I paid just about the same in shipping, so it was like 20 bucks for this fix. So I believe we just gotta take apart the, sorry for my finger getting in button. So I believe we gotta remove the tailgate speakers, and we should have plenty of access once we remove that. So I'll go over the whole removal and installation. That way you guys know how to replace these buttons if you guys need to. Also, let me know if you guys are encountering these buttons cracking, the rubber cracking on them. My truck's a 2021, about 50,000 miles. So I think this is more going to be weather dependent than anything, and also use dependent. But let me know if you guys are encountering this, and we'll get started with this process. Alright guys, so let's see. Got my little torque set out, got my little power drill, make this a little bit quicker. So we're going to remove this kicker system. If you guys don't have the kicker system, just have the little access panels, this will be even easier for you guys. But if you do have the kicker system, larger bolts are going to be T30s, I believe. Yeah, T30. And the smaller ones are going to be, this is a T20, I believe. Let's see, T20. So I got my little flex head quarter-inch drive in the drill for wherever I have access. Little pry tool if I need it. And I'll keep updating you once I remove this if we need anything else. Alright guys, so I unbolted the kicker system. Pretty easy. Those larger bolts are for the hinges for this little door here. So what I did, so nothing moves too much out of place, I just got two of the larger bolts and I just put them on the two outer hinges, just that way this door doesn't move too much out of the way. I don't want to completely disassemble it. So next thing we're going to do, it looks like it's going to be these 10mm bolts. There's one on each side. Those are what I'm going to remove next. Alright guys, so once you remove those two 10mm bolts, they go in those locations right there and right there. That little handle becomes a little bit loose, and then you just, what I did is I just kind of got here on the edge with my hands. Sorry about that. Got here on the edge with my hands, worked it in with my hands, and they just popped. It's just held on by pressure. So it looks like the two switches are captured in there by another internal bracket on the handle. So it looks like there's either 6-ish Torx bolts that we need to remove for that inner bracket. And sorry guys, this is going out of focus. Let me see. I don't want to disconnect the cameras just in case if they lose any type of calibration or anything. So I'm going to try to do everything right here as is on the truck. Or I don't know. Should I? Actually, let's let's disconnect it. That way we get a better view. Alright, we got that puppy out. Just a bunch of little plugs with little safety connectors. One side of the camera, the yellow side, goes to a little connector inside here, and then on the opposite side, the blue side goes. And for you guys that want to be, you know, color specific, the yellow, which is the bottom, this is going to be the part number. It's going to be 8573417, and for the top side, the blue cable is going to be, sorry about that, the part number is going to be the 856262238. So there you have both part numbers again for you guys to see. Sorry, I'm covering that. And pretty simple. Now these little buttons are held here by a little internal bracket. We're going to remove this. These are all T20 Torx bolts. So let's do that really quick and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, I unbolted the 6 little bolts there with the T20s. It separates from that, and you can see the buttons are now fully exposed to be removed. They just push through, so they have 2 little clips here, and then you just pop them through. Can't do it with one hand, guys. Sorry, one-man show here today. So let me just pop these through, and then I'll pop in the new ones. But yeah, you can see how nasty they looked. And it's just where the sun's hitting them. The rest of the rubber looks a-okay. So let me just swap them out with the new ones. And as easy as that, we just popped in the new ones, popped out the old ones. These are the little clips that you push in and just push it through the little bracket. And yeah, the rubber does feel crusty on these. So, well, if they last another 4 years, I'll be happy to do this in 4 years again. It's not a big deal. Pretty cheap fix. So now we're gonna pop this little bracket in front of it, and we're gonna reverse the process by screwing on the little bracket screws right there with the T20 Torx. Alright, we got the bracket all bolted up with the 6 little T20s. Now we're just gonna run the cables through where they need to go. Don't forget when you plug things in that there is a safety tab, so make sure you plugs in, clips, sorry if it's not focusing, clips, and then you're just gonna push that safety tab back in, and this just clips on in place, so it should be pretty easy. Nothing should be falling out as you're trying to do this. Alright, so we already popped in the handle. We ran the cables through. We made sure that before we did that the white little vanity light is connected with the little red tab pushed all the way in, and same thing for the backup camera, connected, and tab ran all the way in. So now we have the cable that gets plugged here, and it goes right here to this location for the yellow side, and the blue side to a similar location on the opposite corner. So we're just going to plug those in, and remember, these have also little red safety tabs, so you're going to make sure once they click that those tabs are pushed all the way in. And then after that's done, you're going to bolt the 2 10mm bolts to make sure that handle is secure and that it's going absolutely nowhere. So pretty easy, and I'll see you guys on the next step. Let's see. Alright guys, so we got that one connected, we got this one over here connected, and we have the 2 10mm bolts bolted down. So right now, you guys don't have to do this, but since this kicker system does have a little bit of wiring going on here, what I'm going to do is any loose wiring that I can see that could be rattling and stuff like that, I'm going to just zip tie up really quick. Nothing you guys have to do, but just it's something I'm anal about. So I'm going to zip those up, and then I'm going to start bolting these up, and then we'll see if everything works. Alright guys, we have everything bolted down. Everything is good, no extra parts. So now the next thing to do is we're going to run it through all the tests. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the tailgate. We're going to open it using both switches. We're going to test the kicker system, make sure it works. And I would say we're going to go inside, make sure the tailgate opens from the inside button as well, just to make sure. And we're going to make sure that the vanity light as well as the backup camera is all working as designed, just to make sure we didn't forget any steps and that everything is working correctly as it was before we started this project. So let's do that. So no more crusty buttons. We're gonna see if the tailgate opens. Boom. And now we're gonna touch the other one, make sure it works as well. Boom. So that all works perfectly. Here are the crusty buttons that we did remove. Definitely was time. I didn't want water intrusion in there messing with them, and then the tailgate opening by itself. Alright, so next let's check the kicker system. Kicker system is working. Can't show you guys because I'm using my phone and that's what it's paired with. So I just took it out of Bluetooth and put it on aux. But yep, it is working, so no problems there. So time to close this up and go inside and make sure everything from the inside is working correctly. Alright, so we're inside of the cab. We're gonna go to camera. It looks like it's seeing the background. Let's see. Let me lower this music here. Sorry about that, guys. So yep, everything is working there. And last step is just to make sure it works. Boom. Alright, guys, looks like a job well done. Probably 30 minutes. Nothing hard about it, you know. If you don't have the kicker system, this is going to be cake. But yeah, hopefully this helps somebody once they get this problem. Lasted 4 years for me. Hopefully they last more for you guys. But if they do break, it's a super cheap repair. Not worth for you guys to go and pay somebody else to do it when you guys can take care of it 30 minutes with simple tools that everybody has at their house. So it was like a little pry tool, Torx T20, Torx T30, 10mm socket. You guys can either use a power tool like I did, or you know, a regular 1/4 inch wrench, and that's it. Just be careful with the little plugs and the little safety tabs. Make sure that you aren't pulling on them, that the safety tab is pushed out when you're trying to remove it, and then pushed in as the last step once you guys plug it in, and that everything is secure. Secure your wires inside the tailgate. Confirm all your repairs and everything near the repair area like I did, and you guys should be golden. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll put the part numbers on the description at the bottom, and if you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll try my best to help you guys out. Follow me on Instagram, CarbonPro84, and that is it. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Got some exciting stuff coming up here in the near future for this and also for the 4Runner. Later, everyone.